Hi everyone, welcome to my Thursday live. My name's Janine Regan-Sinclair, if you haven't come across me before. And today I would like to share some information with you about what's going on with the energies on the planet and what's going on with the movement of that energy and how it's affecting us. So first of all, if you haven't watched my video about the equinox and how that's been affecting us and the importance of that energy coming in through the planetary alignment into our systems, and what it actually does for us is it pushes out old stuff that we've got stuck in our system. So basically old fears, old worries, old concerns, grief, anger, resentment, fear, anything like that that is accumulated in your system over the years. These energies are coming into our body. Some of you can feel it. Some of you may even be able to hear the energy like a slight hissing noise in your head, and it doesn't kind of go away. And all of this is affecting us on a massive level. And if you don't know what's going on, it can be quite scary at times. People are having hot and cold flashes and thinking it's menopausal stuff when it's not. It's just the energy changing the cellular molecular structure of our DNA. That's how big these things are. Every time there's an equinox or a solstice or an planetary alignment, it's affecting us on a physical level. So what's going on at the moment is we've had the build up to the equinox, and this is going to keep going, and these energies are coming through us, but we've got the energy now to be able to move forward, to be able to start to put together whatever it is, whatever project we've been thinking about, what's in the back of our mind, and start to, get on with it. Many of us, myself included, have pulled back from society, and because there's so much going on out there, we've felt overwhelmed by it. Some of you may be empathic, which means you're picking up on the feelings and vibrational frequency, the resonance of other people around you. So an empath will go into a room, and because their energy field is so big, they're going to be feeling the most negative person in the room as a survival mechanism. So being an empath is normally linked to some kind of trauma that happened in the past. So it's time to get that trauma healed. And if you are an empath, try pulling your energy in, pull it into your body, so that when people walk past you, they're not walking through your energy and you're not feeling them as much. It's worth, it's worth doing that, so like sucking it in, keeping it in your body. You're not losing it that way. If you're an empath and you've got a big massive energy field and you're walking through a mall or something like that, people are getting your energy just by you being there. So think about where you put in your energy. It doesn't mean not going out into the world, which is what a lot of empaths do. They stay home because it's overwhelming or they feel drained. Pulling that energy in so that you've got your energy for you, so you can move forward with what you want to do. So if you're sitting, if you're meditating, great. Always good idea to meditate where you're sleeping as well, because that energy builds up, and the intuitive information coming in from your higher consciousness can give you messages in your dreams when you're asleep, if you ask, and things like that. So another great place to check in with your intuitive guidance is if you're in the bath, because water is a liquid crystal. So it amplifies the energy. Anyone who's read any of my books, the second book's called Saving the World from My Bathtub, and it's about my astral travels and out-of-body experiences, all of which were in the bathtub. That's where I did my astral traveling and stuff like that, and then I'd come back and write my diaries, and that's what my second, third and fourth books are based on. So if you've got an idea or something that you've been thinking about doing, this is the time to start, getting on with it. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about having, who's going to work with me on this. Start to put pen to paper. Start to trust your gut. Make the decision which path you're going to go down. If you're not sure which path to go down, just get yourself in a nice quiet place and imagine there's a couple of paths. If you've got two paths, two ideas, you're not sure which one to take, maybe three ideas, just imagine going down that path and see how it feels to you. Is this the right path for me? Maybe feels pretty good. Maybe a 5 out of 10 on the good vibes from that one. And then imagine going down the next path. Oh, that feels better. That's probably a 7 out of 10. Going down the next one, which may be a 6 or an 8 or a 9. And then maybe just opening it up to your higher self and asking your higher self, is there another possibility? And, well, you know, imagine walking down that path and see what's at the end of that path. There may be something even better than what your ego ideas are coming up with. So this is when we're using our intuition in our head, which can be messed with. I've spoken about that before. There's a course on my website about removing implants and things like that that can interfere with your messages. Even with listening with our hearts, sometimes we're a little bit, maybe sometimes a bit too overly kind towards a certain path, when your gut feeling is really powerful. Gut feeling is mixing that intuitive with the instinct as well, and it can be a better decision made on. Mine fluctuates between heart and gut. So, you know, if I ask if this is right for me, I kind of get an feeling in my gut. And again, these things are taught in my courses on my website. So thinking about what you want to do, picking, you know, making a decision, not sitting back going, oh, I don't know, I can't, is this right, is that right, I'm not sure. Actually making a decision and then putting, you know, pen to paper and starting to let the intuition give you the information you need. Well, you're going to need this, 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 and this. And every day, waking up and saying, what do I need to do today? Connecting to your higher consciousness. What do I need to focus on today? Instead of having 1,000,001 things to do and you're not sure which way to go, you can start with a basic flow chart of, you know, what you would like to achieve and what step do I need to take today to get to where I want to be. And let your higher self guide you. Your higher mind, that wiser part of you, is there to work for you. But if you don't ask it for the help and you don't intuit that, listening to that, acting on that, it's just sitting there going, nothing to do. Give your higher consciousness something to do, guys. It's time to move forward. We're coming into the fall now and the winter. This is a time for putting pen to paper, for starting to, you know, reach out to people that maybe are going to come in and work with you on this, working to whatever it is you're going to plan throughout the winter, so you're ready to spring forward when we move into, you know, the second kind of third of next year, the spring next year. We are still in the middle of this 3-year cycle, which is a segment within an 11-year sun cycle, 60% historical change on the planet. So if you want to be out on that stage, making a difference in the spring or even in the winter, you know, some of you may be ready to move forward now and like make that phone call, book that room, speak to those people, get on with it, guys, go for it. It's time to do it. The energies are there to carry you forward. And if you want help to meet the right people, there are animal energies and stuff like that that you can pull in, frequencies to help you meet the people that resonate at your frequency, your soul group, your soul cluster. They're out there. So those of you that have done my architecture workshop, consciousness architecture course, in there I talk about how to use animal energies and everything. These animal energies, flower energies, tree energies, they're all frequencies and codes that you can pull into your energy field to help you move forward. So in those workshops there, I teach you which animals are going to help you with certain things. So I'm going to throw one out at you today, which is a great one, and it's basically the tiger. So if you say, I invoke the energy of the tiger 3 times, you're pulling in tiger energy, that instinct of the tiger, to reach out and grab opportunities as they come your way. I use the tiger one a lot, and it's worked for me in the past. Usually if I start to spot tiger on someone's t-shirt or on the side of a truck or even on a pair of socks, guys, I'm like, higher self, do I need to invoke the tiger? I'll get yes, so I invoke the tiger. I get an opportunity come my way within 48 hours every single time. Every single time I'm asked to work with the energy of the tiger. So there are so many things out there that you can learn to basically pulling in codes into your consciousness that are going to be helping you get to where you want to be. So it's time. It's time to believe in yourself, to clear your glass ceilings if you've got glass ceilings. And I'm doing a lot of coaching with people at the moment, and every single one of them has had glass ceiling stuff that needed to be looked at. This can be a false belief from something when you were 4 years old that's affecting you making more money or being out in the public, or something from a previous life where you were shot at when you were up on stage. So you want to be out there and you've got something brilliant to bring to the world, but being on that stage, there's a part of you that's a bit scared because maybe in another lifetime you were stoned because you were a preacher or something like that. A lot of things have happened to us and we've got these imprints in our consciousness. So this is what healing is about. Healing isn't just about being sick, far from it. Maybe 20%, 10% of the people that come to me have actually got physical illnesses or problems on a physical level. Most of it's to do with relationships, business, how they feel about moving forward in their life, the glass ceilings that are holding them back, their inner fears, their false beliefs, all of this kind of stuff. So if you want to do something, but there's a part of you that's going, no, I'm just going to sit on the sofa tonight and I'm not going to bother doing anything, or I'm just going to go to the pub, or whatever it is you're doing, it's time to really have a look inside. You know whether you're here to make a difference to the world. You know in your core if you're here to help other people, if you're here to be a speaker, if you're here to make documentaries, if you're here to write books. You already know that, and everything is there. You just need to learn how to tap into it and remove the stuff that's holding you back. So have a think about what you're doing in your life, and you don't have to be out there doing big things in the world. It could be that you're going to start growing your own food, but there's something stopping you, digging your garden and putting the effort in, or learning about how to grow your own food. And if that's something, maybe look into the information that I've shared about putting seeds in your saliva, which puts your DNA into the plants and fruits that you're growing. So much special stuff that we could be doing that most people are not aware of. So thinking about that, if you've got stuff that's holding you back, maybe it's a dyslexia or something like that you're worried about, tap into getting healing on something like that. There's a brain repair audio on my website that I've had results with people using it that's helped with their writing, for example. Even having used it once, noticed an improvement in their writing ability. It repairs neuropathways in the brain, and it integrates the two hemispheres of the brain to function as one unit, which is how we were created. The brain is separated as we've gone into polarity and into duality experience, but when we're in neutral, if we work with this brain repair audio, it balances the two hemispheres and integrates them into one unit. So you're not in your intuitive and then in your logical, you're in both all the time. That increases your intellect, your concentration, your ability to make decisions, your ability to see things and feel things on a higher vibrational level as well. It's amazing. It's an amazing audio, it really is. I've used it on myself and I noticed a massive difference when I did. So it's not a one-off thing either, it's something that you can use. I would recommend using it for 21 days, particularly if you've got problems with your brain or something like that. Some people, 7 days is enough, so you need to use your intuition on that. But these are all things that can help you move forward. If you've had an impact injury in your head, I actually created that audio to help all veterans that had had concussion injuries, and then I realised that I'd created something, I'd formulated something that goes way beyond healing concussion in that respect, because it integrates the two hemispheres. Apart from what I've already said, the neuropathways can be repaired because you're going in on a deeper level, like you're going in on an energetic level to what's underneath the physical, and when you repair what's underneath, the physical has got a new program that starts to heal the physical. So this is the level of consciousness that I work at. And it's the same with anything. It's the same with health. It's the same with fears. It's the same with phobias. It's the same with what you're looking at, your glass ceilings. All of these things have an energetic frequency at the core level of them. Like this like string theory of energy and the spaces in between, which is what the One Portal deals with. And if you haven't tried that, highly recommend the Spring Equinox One Portal that I did in 2023. It balances the male and female, and it's an extremely powerful upgrade, and it's free on my YouTube channel. There's a lot of links below. Some people have mentioned to me about the pricing on my website. If you join my Patreon channel, it's only $5 a month. You're getting 2 healings a month for that. So there is a price for everyone out there. So it's not restricted to just people that can afford my one-on-one fees or my programs. And I've been putting out a lot of 50% off my programs as well recently. So watch this space. I usually advertise it on my Instagram channel if I do that. So just take some time to sit and think, am I on my path? Am I doing what I want to be doing? Am I happy? Am I in the right relationship? Am I in the right job? Am I in the right house? All of these things are affecting your vibrational frequency, and your vibrational frequency is creating your reality, and the reality as a collective. So it's important that we're all buzzing happily like bees. Bees bring joy. So think about it. This is a time to make your mind up. What do you want? Do you want to stay in a relationship that's draining your energy? Do you want to stay in a house that makes you miserable because it's not in the right place? Do you want to stay in a job just because it's paying the bills? The universe will support you if you make the decisions. You just need to have faith and hold on to that faith and trust, but you also need to remove the blocks in your consciousness that are stopping you doing that. So you can spend thousands on the law of attraction, but if you've got poverty consciousness, the law of attraction is not going to work for you. And this is the kind of stuff I go into the deeper level of moving things out that are, holding people back. So if you've been doing things like that and it's not coming to you, it's not working, asking, is there a block? Sit quietly, take some nice deep breaths, communicate with your higher self. And there is also an audio, a video on my website to remove any blocks to your higher self, and asking your higher self, is this mine? Do I need to be moving forward? What is the best thing for me? Where is the best place for me to go? Is there something blocking my financial abundance or my abundance of love and finding the perfect partner for me? And by the way, there is no Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. It doesn't work like that. But when you're trying to manifest love in your life, you're trying to manifest a partner in your life, the best condition you're in, like attracts like. So if you've got deep trauma, or you've got lack of faith that all men are this or all women are that, guess what? You're going to attract somebody who's got those same beliefs, because it'll be mirrored back to you. So if you want anything, if you want a good relationship, you need to heal your own broken heart. You need to heal from your own past relationships. If you want, to move forward in your career, look at the blocks inside you that are stopping you doing that. What are you worried about? What are you scared about? Usually people are scared because they haven't got the money to invest in what they want to do. You'll be amazed at what comes to you. I, a few years ago, spent money to go to Pinewood Studios in London and be trained with green screen to be a TV presenter. Fancied doing it at the time. It was a group, collective group course. So it didn't cost a fortune. It was only a few £100 at the time. It was a full day's training. And the day before the training, the person that was training me, I can't remember his name, but he's pretty famous, called me up and said, we've had a problem with the other people that were coming on the course, and I can't do it on that date, but I don't want to let you down. I'm free tomorrow. Can you come to London and I'll train you one-on-one if you can make it tomorrow? And I'm like, I'll be there. This is the universe going, here's an opportunity, a miraculous opportunity. So I had a full day of one-to-one with the person that trains people to speak in front of a camera and to read auto cues and things like that. And I even got free training video out of it at the time. So you never know what the universe is going to bring you. You never know, God, universe, one, call it what you will. I don't want to argue about things like that. I prefer the word one because it's all inclusive of everyone's gods. My Patreon channel is about everyone coming together. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what colour you are, what sex you are. None of that matters in my reality. It's what you've got in your heart. It's what you intend going forward. That's what matters. It's what your frequency is. That's what matters in every area of life. That's what's attracting to you. So if you do take a risk and take a leap of faith, more often than not, something good is going to open. But sometimes you've got to take that, close that door behind you and take that leap of faith for the door to open. A lot of people are like, well, higher self, you know, if you give me this, I'll walk away from this. It doesn't work like that. You can only have so much in your field at one time. That door's got to be closed for a new door to open, or else those old energies are holding you back. So take some time, think about what you want in your life, and it's time to take a step forward. One step at a time. Don't put big obstacles of how am I going to do that without money in your path. Ask the universe, how am I going to get from here to here? What do I need to do today? And follow those steps every day. And most of all, be in your bliss. Take care of yourselves. Get sleep. Eat healthy. Cut down on the booze and the cigarettes and what else you're doing. Because you need to be fit. If you're going to be out there and you're going to, make something amazing happen, you've got to be fit in yourself to be able to do that. Or else being unhealthy is going to put more blocks in your way. Okay guys, thanks for joining me. As always, please share, subscribe, click like. The algorithms will ignore me if you don't do that. I don't understand it all, but that's what Diana tells me. And if you haven't joined my Patreon channel, please join us. We do some amazing work in there. And check out my website. See you soon, guys. Bye for now.